On the show. Mukul has written to us on WhatsApp from Kolkata saying that he's bought 172 shares of Varun Beverages at 548 apiece. So whether he should hold or sell. So as we can see that Varun Beverages is 30% down from its all-time high, and it's trading at near 52-week low despite reporting 36% increase in the net profit. So since he hasn't mentioned the time horizon, Ravi, I'd come to you first. How is it faring on the charts?
Actually, ma'am, continuous in downward channel, right? So right now, I think very strong downward channel is started. So a stock will come around 450 to 420 level very soon. So I can say that at this point of time, don't add this stock, but put the stop loss of 460 is immediate. If cross below or closing below 460, then you take exit. Otherwise, wait and watch. I think in next 1 or 2 week, maybe you can see some consolidation. If consolidation is going on, then that is good for the stocks. But overall, trend is down.
Right. So a stop loss of 460 for the short term. And Manish, what do you have to say about the fundamentals of this particular company?
I think on the fundamental side, I think the stock has been the victim of the overall drawdown in markets. I think nothing wrong with the company. If you look at the profitability, you look at the return ratios, I think those are fantastic and one of the best in the industry. I think the only concern for Varun Beverages is the increasing competition from a brand called Campa, owned by Reliance. I think that is one thing which investors should keep an eye on. But I think the company is very much well aware of this, and hence it is also diversifying into mill-based products as well. So if someone is willing to hold this stock from a 1 to 2 year perspective, I think it's a hold for me.
Okay, got it. And now we have Rajesh, who has written to us on WhatsApp from Manipur. Now Rajesh holds 4,100 shares of Electrosteel Casting at 187. The stock is trading around 100 or so levels at the moment, and he is sitting on a loss of close to 3.5 lakhs because of this investment. Ravi, I would come to you on this one. Although we do not know the intention of how long our viewer wants to hold on to this investment, but what would your suggestion be? Because Electrosteel Casting has seen a consistent fall since September and also holds the least P/E ratio amongst all its competitors.
Yeah, overall chart structure is very poor. I think numbers is also indicating downward channel. So at this point of time, I'll suggest you just take exit of this stock. And if you want to buy another stock, that BEL is another option, is good option for you. They have a potential to give the return of around 20 to 30% from the current level. So attractive stocks is BEL. Take exit from here.
With that, we have a caller from Karnataka. Hi, Smurti. Good evening.
Good evening, ma'am.
Yes, how can we help you?
That's Adani Green at 1,480.
Smurti, you are not properly audible.
I am holding Adani Green.
Yes.
40 shares.
Okay.
1,480.
Right. So are you looking for a long-term view or a short-term view?
Long term, ma'am.
And when did you buy it exactly, Smurti?
2.5 months back.
2.5 months back. Okay. You bought it at 1,480 and currently the stock is trading at 864 and you are sitting on a loss of almost 25,000 there. So Manish, coming straight to you, how is Adani Green, fundamentally, what's your outlook on this company?
I think these stocks in the renewable space have been under pressure in the last 2 to 3 months. I think a lot of execution overhang remains on all the renewable stocks. As far as Adani Green is concerned, I think the order book is good. I think the numbers this quarter were not very great, but I think in line with the street, I think going forward, as per the management guidance, we expect the earnings trajectory to improve from here on. I think at around 850 levels, I think it's a good buy, and if anyone is holding this stock, it's a hold for me.
Okay, got it. And viewers, NDTV is a subsidiary of AMG Media Networks, an Adani Group company. And moving on, Munir is joining us on the call from Chennai. Hi Munir, good evening.
Good evening, madam. I'm having Sagility India share,
Okay.
1,000 shares at the price of 49.50.
Okay,
I just want to know the short-term outlook of the share.
okay.
Yeah.
And how short are we looking at, Munir?
No, I'm not hearing, madam. Yes.
So how short are we looking at? Do you want to hold on to these shares for 1 to 3 months? What's your time horizon?
For 1 month, 1 to 3 months.
1 to 3 months. Okay.
Yes.
Ravi, what's your view on Sagility India? Munir holds 1,000 shares of this company at an average price of 49 rupees a piece. The stock is currently trading around 46 rupees a piece or so. And, this company has a lot of exposure to the US. And with Trump tariffs in place, do you think it's going to see a further beating, or will it be strong on the stock market?
See, there is a very momentary trade at this point of time. So I can suggest put the stop loss of 45 rupees. That stop loss you can use at closing stop loss. Closing stop loss, that means once stock closed below 45 rupees, then you take exit. Otherwise, you just hold and wait. But the maximum target is about to 49 to 50 rupees. So you can, once you achieve the level, just take exit. I think in long-term prospects or in medium-term prospects, in short-term prospects, stock not good.
All right, so that's a sell on Sagility India for short term. That's what Ravi is suggesting. With that, let's go across to a caller from Hyderabad. Hi, GH Rao. Good evening. How can we help you?
It's a WhatsApp query.
All right. I'm sorry. It's a WhatsApp query. So he's bought 5,000 shares at 55 rupees of IDFC First. So he's asking whether he should buy more or not. So IDFC First, when it reported its Q3 earnings, so net profit was down 52.6%. Gross NPA was at 1.94%. Basically flat quarter on quarter. Net NPA was at 0.52%. NII was also just up 14%. So considering these numbers there, Manish, is it advisable to, at this point of time for GH Rao to buy more IDFC shares?
I think IDFC First Bank has its own set of problems right now, with the increasing provisioning which we have seen in the results in the last few quarters. The third quarter numbers were very weak. I think in the overall private banking space, especially the mid-cap space, I think IDFC First Bank posted one of the weakest set of numbers. My suggestion would be to exit this stock as the viewer is having some profit. Exit this stock and move into the stock Federal Bank, which has a similar mid-cap kind of a profile. I think from here on, the numbers of Federal Bank would be good, and I think the bank is also now being led by a new CEO who is the veteran in the banking industry. So I think the earnings trajectory from here on offers more comfort for Federal Bank vis-a-vis IDFC First. So I think that's a better option.
So that's a sell on IDFC First, and instead Manish is suggesting that you should buy Federal Bank instead. But Ravi, considering the charts, it saw a very steep decline in the month of January, especially after 20th of January. It saw a very sharp decline and then it recovered a bit. So what do you have to say for the short term? How are the charts suggesting?
61 or 58 level is a very strong support level is there, and you may see more consolidation at this level. So I can suggest for the trading prospect or 1 month prospects, it will achieve again target of 68 rupees to 72 rupees. So my call is totally different for technical parameter. I can say that put the stop loss of 58 rupees and hold it for the target of 68 rupees.
Okay, got it. And now we have Amol joining us on the phone line from Noida. Hi Amol, good evening.
Hi, good evening. Good evening to panelists as well.
Very warm good evening, Amol. And how can we help you today?
Actually, I bought 100 shares of Amara Raja Battery,
Okay,
and this is an average price. And the Amara Raja is into the battery manufacturing, lead acid batteries
right.
from few last decades.
Mm-hmm.
And now recently they have signed technology agreement with Goshen, Germany.
Okay,
It is a well-known battery manufacturer.
okay,
And now they have a big plan of setting up a gigafactory for this lithium-ion battery for EV and battery energy storage system
got it.
in the power system.
Okay,
So I just want to have a short and long-term view on this. I bought it at 1498 average price, 100
Okay.
shares.
got it. And if you want to hold on to this for a long term, could you give me a time horizon? How long?
Yeah, short term will be 2 to 3 months. Otherwise, long term I can hold for 1 year at least.
1 year at least. Okay, got it. Manish, let's first address this from you. I mean, Amol holds 100 shares of Amara Raja Batteries at 1,498 a piece. The stock has fallen close to 400 rupees from his buying price. The stock is currently trading around 1,046. Now, and also as he mentioned, he gave us a very good background of this company, saying it's packed with Germany and then government's EV push, and how this company could be leveraging from the importance of EV right now. But the stock per se has seen a consolidation phase since July last year. What would your suggestion to Amol be? Should he hold on to this stock for the long term or short term?
I think if I talk about from a longer term perspective, I feel most of the players in the battery space, especially the labs, which we call as lead acid batteries, I think everyone is aware that the whole system is shifting towards the EV space, and more battery players are moving into the EV setup. But I feel the kind of capex which is currently going on into the capex for the EV, I think it's at least few quarters away for that earning trajectory to be visible. The overall automobile space, if I talk about, I think we are the earnings, the volume growth for the overall automobile sector, be it passenger vehicle, two-wheeler or CV. I feel now for this year at least, I do not see a very high growth in the overall automobile sector because of the high base we are currently in. So I feel from at least 1 year perspective, I do not see the earnings trajectory improving. So my suggestion would be to exit this stock.
Okay, so earnings trajectory not improving for Amara Raja or for all the stocks in the auto basket, because the Nifty Auto Index recovered after an 8-day losing streak this morning, and it has actually shrugged off fears of Trump's tariffs. And of course, Indians cannot survive without cars and passenger vehicles, of course. So why do you say that earnings look weak, and are you bearish on the entire auto space altogether?
I think if I want to talk about the entire auto space, I feel the most visible set of numbers can come from the two-wheeler space, because the kind of rural demand we are seeing and the kind of budget we had recently, I think the rural consumption is bound to improve very fast from here on. So I think the first pocket which in the overall automobile looks good is the two-wheeler. I'm a little skeptical about the passenger vehicle space, especially because of the kind of large base it has. I think 2024, we ended around 4.1, 4.2 million cars. I think that's a very big base. And from there to grow again 6 to 8% looks difficult for me because the entry level PV segment is still not performing. So I think my bias in the overall automobile space is more tilted towards the two-wheeler rather than the PV space.
Right, thanks for that view. With that, we have a WhatsApp query. Pallavi has written to us saying that she's bought 1,500 shares of Tata Steel at 171 a piece. So she's asking whether to hold or sell. She hasn't mentioned the time horizon, so I'd like to take both the technical and fundamental view on this company because recently, the board approved raising up to 3,000 crore via NCDs. So, Manish, do you see this affecting the company's fundamental performance?
Can you please say the stock again? Which stock?
Tata Steel.
Tata Steel.
Yeah.
Yes, I think recently, I think in the UK, they came out with the permission for the electric furnace at Alpros. I think that is a very positive step for the overall. It was an overall overhang on this stock. I think, but the electric furnace again, it's at least 2 to 3 years away from here. In the overall metal space, I still feel that the China puzzle is still not very clear. I think the economic data still does not warrant a lot of optimism into the metal space. So at this point in time, I am a little cautious on the overall metal space, and I feel Tata Steel also doesn't have the necessary tailwinds to have a very good earnings trajectory from here on, at least from a 1 year perspective.
And Ravi, since US has also put tariffs on the steel space in particular, so what do you have to say, for this company for the short term? Will it affect, this particular company as well?
Ma'am, you are very clever. You want to give all the solutions, right? But I can say that Tata Steel stock is struggling. There is some Chinese policies and all that. But overall stock structure is good. And in long-term prospects or short-term prospects, you can add at current level because the next target would be the 170 to 180 levels. So better to hold. And if you want to buy fresh, then buy at current market price with the stop loss of 125. In longer term or shorter term, you may earn more.
Okay, got it. And now we have Gupta. He's joining us on the phone line from Delhi. Hi, Gupta. Good evening.
Hi, this is Santosh Gupta from Ghaziabad.
Good evening. Welcome to the show, Mr. Gupta. What is your query?
I have Tata Power of 1,000 shares.
Okay.
Should I hold or sell?
Understood. And since when do you hold on to these shares?
Sorry?
Since when do you hold on to these shares? How long have you been holding Tata Power for?
For the last 15 days.
For the last how many years? Okay.
I want to hold for short term only.
Okay, got it. Ravi, what is your take on Tata Power? The stock was up close to 3% in trade today and is currently trading around 358. Gupta holds 1,000 shares. What should he do?
Definitely, stock structure is now looking strong, and you may see some bottom outing phase. So then I think hold for the target of 390 and 400 level. But I can suggest this stock is very strong structure. You should hold for the longer term prospects. Don't do the trading in this stock because this stock have a potential to give 18 to 20% return on year basis. So I can say that buy, if you want to buy again, buy more at current market price because this rate is looking attractive, trading at support. Next target is 390 rupees. Put the stop loss of 340 only. So risk reward ratio is very good. So just hold, buy more.
All right, so that's the view coming in on Tata Power. With that, we have a WhatsApp query from Andhra Pradesh. Anji has written to us saying that he's bought 139 shares of Zee Entertainment at 256 rupees and he's looking for a long-term view on it. So, Manish, coming straight to you, currently the stock is trading at 101 Anji is sitting on a loss of almost 22,000 there. So, what do you have to suggest? Are you optimistic about this particular company for a long term?
I think there has been a lot of negative news flows surrounding this stock, and hence we saw that stock coming down to almost 100 now. But if you look at the third quarter earnings, I think there were some green shoots of improvement over there. And the management also looked confident. I think the numbers were a little mixed kind of a thing because the advertisement revenue was on the weaker side due to the slow consumption in the rural area. So most of the FMCG players, especially, were not very comfortable hiking their advertisement spends. But the management looked confident that from here on, for the next few quarters, the advertisement revenue would improve and that should start reflecting in the bottom line as well. So I think from at least 1 year perspective, I feel that we may see some positive momentum in this stock. So I think it's a hold for me at this current levels of around 100.
Okay, got it. And now we have Syed calling us from Mumbai. Hi, Syed. How can we help you, Syed?
I really like the show, and the queries that are really responsive. I really like it. I'm a regular caller.
Thank you. Thank you for calling us today.
Yeah.
What's your question?
Yeah. See, my question is Prince Pipe. It's almost 1.5 years I've been holding for it. My buying price is about 650, 648, 650 rupees.
Okay.
About 600 shares I have, 500 or 600 shares I have. So I'm looking for a fundamental view for a long term.
Okay, got it. Very clear. Manish, he wants a fundamental view on Prince Pipes. He holds 500 shares at 650 rupees and he bought them close to its 52-week high because the stock currently trades around 270 and has seen a consistent fall since June of last year. Although this company holds 5% market share in PVC pipes, do you think it can cross the buying price of Syed?
Unfortunately, I'm not tracking this stock, but I can give a view on the overall landscape over there. I feel in the last, since COVID, we have seen a major traction in the real estate space with a lot of project being launches. And I think some of the projects are nearing completion as well. I think in the overall space, the allied sectors related to the real estate, be it tiles, pipes, I think those perform after the real estate cycle has performed a bit. So I think from here on, I think all these building material kind of a play should do well. And I think from that perspective, I think the Prince Pipe also looks good to me if someone is willing to hold from a 1 to 2 year perspective.
Right, so that's a view coming in on this entire space by Manish. We have a caller from Bengaluru. Hi, Rohit. Good evening.
Yeah, good evening.
Yes. Yes, please go ahead with your query.
I would like to know about technical and fundamental aspect about Spandana Sphoorty. I'm holding 500 shares at around 300.
Right.
The stock has been, it's a very beaten down stock. So is there a scope for further fall or?
Yes. And when did you buy it exactly?
Just 2 days back.
Okay, 2 days back. So in just 2 days, you are sitting on a loss of almost 5,000 there. So Manish, Spandana Sphoorty reported its Q3 earnings, so they weren't that great. Total income was down 14.9%. Net loss was at 394 crore rupees. So they were weak numbers. So still, do you suggest that this company is going to perform well in the coming 1 year?
I think my overall view on the MFI space, the unsecured space, is currently the most stressed thing in the overall NBFC space. I think Spandana Sphoorty has most of its exposure towards the MFI space. My suggestion would be to exit because I do not see any improvement in the overall MFI space, at least in the next 2 to 3 quarters. I think the provisioning by most of the companies would increase in the next quarters as well. So that would hit the bottom line. My suggestion would be to exit this stock and move into something like Axis Bank and ICICI Bank, which offers superior valuation comfort at the current levels. So I think both ICICI Bank and Axis Bank, from a 1 year perspective, should do good from the current levels.
Okay, got it. And now we have Narayan calling us from Chhattisgarh. Hi, Narayan.
हाँ जी नमस्कार।
नमस्कार।
200 शेयर हिंदुस्तान एरोनॉटिक के मेरे पास में है, 749 रुपए की पड़ता कमाल है।
अरे वाह, और कब खरीदा था ये?
टाइम की लिमिट नहीं, मैंने लिया 2-3 साल पहले लिया था।
ठीक है, आपसे मैं दोबारा प्राइस कंफर्म करना चाहूंगी, आपने कितने में खरीदा था एक शेयर?
नहीं, मैंने 1500 रुपए में लिया था।
1500?
1500 का फिर 1 का 2 हो गया ना, 10 रुपए का शेयर 5 में कन्वर्ट कर दिया।
तो 1500 रुपीज में आपने एक शेयर खरीदा था हिंदुस्तान एरोनॉटिक्स का, करेक्ट?
एक नहीं खरीदा मैडम जी, मैंने 100 शेयर खरीदे थे।
100 शेयर खरीदे थे आपने?
हाँ।
अच्छा,
10 रुपए की उसकी जो मूल वैल्यू थी, हाँ, वो बाद में उसने स्प्लिट किया, हाँ, 5 रुपए का हो गया, तो 100 का 200 हो गया।
ठीक है, तो आपसे मैं बस एक और बार थोड़ा कंफर्म करना चाहूंगी ताकि कोई कंफ्यूजन ना हो। नारायण जी, आपने 100 शेयर्स खरीदे थे हिंदुस्तान एरोनॉटिक्स के 1500 के रेट में?
हाँ जी, बराबर है।
बराबर, ठीक है। 100 शेयर्स ऑफ हिंदुस्तान एरोनॉटिक्स एट 1500 रुपीज। आपको कितने समय तक इसको होल्ड करना है?
नहीं, समय की कोई पाबंदी नहीं है।
पाबंदी नहीं, ठीक है, ओके। और जानना क्या चाहते हैं आप फिर इसके बारे में?
जानना चाहता ये हूँ मैडम जी कि बीच में आया था कि 52 रुपए का टारगेट दिया हुआ है इसका, तो क्या 52 रुपये कब तक आएगा इसका?
अच्छा, ठीक है।
हाँ जी,
ओके। Manish, our viewer Narayan, he bought Hindustan Aeronautics 100 shares at 1500 rupees. The stock is currently trading around 3408 rupees. So from that perspective, he has made quite a lot of profits for himself, and he told us that he has no time horizon. He is very flexible with his holding, and I'm not very clear about what his what his intended rate was, but he definitely sees an uptick. Do you think, could you give us an estimate of how much could the stock travel upwards in the future? Because it's a defense company at the end of the day, and India's defense is under, government's concentration. We have a lot of optimism over there. So give us a picture of how Hindustan Aeronautics looks like.
I think the stock has been a darling of all the retail investors because of its past performance. I think the overall PSU pack, if I can talk about, I think in the last few months, most of the PSU pack, be it defense, railways, I think most of them have been hammered. Another stock-specific risk which HAL had was this supply of engines from the US were not as per the timeline, which hurt its execution capability. So if I want to talk about from a longer term perspective, I feel HAL has a very fantastic order book. I think from here on, everything would depend upon the execution capability. And also, I think in the next few months, you would also see more order book coming in because recently the Defense Secretary had indicated that whatever order had been given in the first 10 months in the overall defense sector, 80% of that would be given in the next 2 months. So I think we would see a lot of traction on the order books side as well. So I think since the stock has corrected, I think the valuation also now looks a little comfortable vis-a-vis earlier. So if someone is willing to hold this stock, I think it's a portfolio stock for me from a longer term perspective. Nothing wrong with this stock. From here on, execution would be key for further traction in the stock price.
All right, so that's the view coming in by Manish. With that, we have a caller from Hyderabad. Hi, Ravi. Good evening.
Hi.
Yes, how can we help you, Ravi?
I bought LT Foods at the price of 383.
Right.
And I have 261 shares.
Okay.
So I felt that this stock hasn't fallen much in the recent market correction also.
Yes.
And from the past 3 months also, it gave around 10% return. So I bought it for a short-term view.
Okay, okay.
So
and you've bought it recently only, I assume?
Yeah, I bought it recently only.
Yeah. So Ravi, a short-term query for our expert Ravi. Ravi, please take it away. LT Foods, how is it faring on the charts?
Yeah, looking strong, trading near 200 day DMA. So I think put the stop loss of 365 rupees for the target of 440. So shorter term, you can see some more upside. So stock is looking strong on charts. So better to hold and put the target of 440 levels.
Okay, got it. And now we have Saurabh. He's calling us from Delhi. Hi, Saurabh. Good evening.
Yeah, good evening. So my question is regarding Reliance. I am holding Reliance since last 6 months prior to bonus.
Okay.
Around my average is 2905, and I wanted to know by when we will see that 33,300 to 3,100 levels on this stock. Because though my view is a little bit long term, but I am in loss, so I'm little worried about it. Yeah.
Definitely. Manish, what's your view on Reliance? He has 500 shares at 2,900 rupees, and the stock is not doing that well. He's sitting on a massive loss also. What would your suggestion to our viewer be?
I think the stock has been an underperformer in the last few months. I think the major reason being the O2C business did not live up to its expectation, because the overall margins at the petrochemical business was not great. My sense is that from here on, I think most of the negatives are already priced in this stock. And I expect the Geo business as well as the retail business to perform well. I think the ARPU for Geo would still improve in the next 1 or 2 quarters, because I think the pricing has not been reflected completely into the current ARPU. The O2C business also, I feel, should perform well from here on. The other tailwind for Reliance is the expectations of the demerger of Jio. I think that should happen in the current year or early next year. So I think that would be a big positive for the business. The new energy business also should start contributing to the overall earnings in the next few quarters. So my sense is, if someone is willing to hold this stock from a longer term perspective, I feel that the counter should make a strong comeback in the next 1 to 1.5 years.
Right, so that's the view coming in on RIL. With that, we have a caller from Guntur. Hi, Rupesh. Good evening. Rupesh, can you hear me? Okay, I think we've lost the line there, but we have his query. He's bought 350 shares of standard glass lining at 196 a piece, and he's asking for a long-term view on it. And he's also asking whether he should hold or sell. And as I can see that he is sitting on a loss of 21,000 there. He's bought at 196. Currently, the stock is trading at 135. So, Manish, coming straight to you, how is this particular space, manufacturing space looking like? Are you positive on this particular space and this particular company, if we talk in particular?
Yes, I think this is a recently listed company. I think the company offers equipments, engineering equipments to the pharma as well as the chemical sector. I think the major plus for this company is the kind of customization which it does for its customers, and it has one of the best customer set across the pharma as well as the chemical business. I think from here on, my sense is the chemicals sector is about to turn. I think the global destocking is almost over. The chemical prices for most of the chemicals are bottoming out. I think you would see some capex from major companies in the chemical sector going ahead. So that would act as a good tailwind to the overall business. So my sense is, again, from 1 year or above perspective, I think it's a hold for me.
All right, so that's the hold on standard glass lining for long term. With that, we'll have to slip into a short break. Keep sending in your queries, viewers, on WhatsApp and call in. We'll be right back for Ask Profit. Stay tuned to NDTV Profit.
भाषण सुना उसके बाद मेरा पहला एक्रोनिम निकाला मैंने, वो था RRR, रिस्पॉन्सिबल, रिफॉर्मिस्ट, और मैंने कहा रिवॉल्यूशनरी। हाउ डिड यू अराइव एट दिस नंबर ऑफ 12 लाख रुपीस?
हमें लगता है टैक्स पेयर उस लेवल नंबर से टैक्स भर रहा है, क्या उनको हम कुछ कर सकते हैं?
प्राइवेट सेक्टर कैपेक्स अभी तक वो इन्वेस्ट क्यों नहीं कर रहे हैं, जबकि आपका इकोनॉमिक सर्वे ही बताता है कि वो कैश पाइल पे बैठे हुए हैं।
अगर कंजम्पशन बढ़ता है और उसके तहत लगता है कि ग्रेटर इन्वेस्टमेंट का पॉसिबिलिटी है, वो भी अच्छा ट्रिगर हो सकता है।
एआई बहुत तेज़ी से आ रहा है, तो जॉब के चैलेंजेस होंगे, स्किल के चैलेंज पहले से हैं, तो जो ट्रांजिशन पीरियड का स्ट्रगल है, नौकरी मुझे अभी चाहिए।
पूरे साल का एक्सपोजर दिलाने के लिए हम इंटर्नशिप प्रोग्राम ले आए, और इसके साथ साथ इस बजट में भी ट्रेनिंग फॉर एआई, इसके लिए सेंटर्स बनाए हैं।
This entire special package and measures are kind of focused on AI skilling and how to sort of facilitate the AI centers which is existing at this point of time.
Now a center of excellence in artificial intelligence for education will be set up with a total outlay of 500 crores.
Do you really know the company you invest in? What's the picture behind presentations and claims? Is the outlook as rosy as the company claims? Know your company, powered by NDTV Profits Research, shines a light on the biggest stock market movers. Know your company at 11:30 a.m. Monday through Friday, only on NDTV Profit.
Welcome back to Ask Profit, only on NDTV Profit, viewers. This is a show where you ask your queries and we answer them. So don't forget to call us on the numbers flashing on your screen. Joining us today, we have Manish Chaudhary, who will be answering all your fundamental questions. And we have Ravi Singh, who will be answering all your technical questions. So don't forget to call us. The numbers are on your screen. And now let's go across to Avinash. He is calling us on the phone line from Bengaluru. Hi, Avinash.
Hi, very good evening. Thanks for hosting this show. This show makes a lot of sense for us. I'm holding Star Health Insurance, purchased around 500 rupees. I'm sitting on 500 stocks.
Okay.
So, would like to know what would be the future prospects given the insurance sector being opened up 100%, and how it would pan out for the insurance sector. Should I book my losses now at 100 rupees a share, or should I continue to holding it?
Okay, got it.
With a long-term perspective.
And when did you buy these shares, Avinash?
About a month ago, I think.
Okay, about a month ago. Okay, got it. Manish, I'll come to you on this one. Avinash holds 500 shares of Star Health Insurance at 490 rupees a piece, and the stock is currently trading around 390. So 100 rupees less than its buying price, and as a result of which Avinash is sitting on a loss of close to 50,000 rupees. But he did mention Nirmala Sitharaman's announcement with regards to the the insurance sector in this budget, where she raised the FDI limit in the insurance sector from 74 to 100% this time. Do you think Star Health Insurance, as a health insurance player in India, could benefit out of this and see some positive momentum in the stock price in the long term?
I think there's a lot of concern amongst the domestic insurance players. I think especially the investors are concerning the 100% FDI in the overall insurance sector. My sense is that we have not touched the tip of the iceberg yet in the insurance sector. So I believe the opening up of the insurance sector, I think that would benefit in a way with the kind of competition coming in. I think the product quality would improve, and I think the TAM, the total addressable market for the overall insurance is huge. The penetration is still very low as compared to the other economies in the world. So I think from that perspective, I think insurance sector is a sector if someone is willing to hold for 2-3 years. I think one should see the earnings momentum. As far as Star Health is concerned, I think the recent quarterly performance was not great, but I think that would be a one-off case for me. I think my suggestion would be to hold this stock from a 1 to 2 year perspective, and I think the stock should do well.
All right, so that's the view coming in. With that, we have a caller from Hyderabad. Hi, Chalapati. Good evening.
Yes, madam. Good evening.
Yes.
Very good evening, madam.
Yes, how can we help you?
Madam, I brought 2,000 shares of EPACK Durable.
You have 1,000 shares?
2,000.
2,000 shares, okay.
At the average price of 450 rupees.
All right.
Presently, today market is 385 rupees, I think.
Yes, because... and when did you buy it exactly?
Madam, from 6 months back I purchased it.
Okay.
I'm making an average. It increased to up to 650, then came down. Now, once again I'm averaging. So total now I'm having 2,000 shares.
Okay, okay.
Presently, the rate is this one.
Yeah. And are you looking for a long-term view on it?
Yeah, because I want to dispose before December, because I purchased the plot.
All right,
so I want to dispose before December.
Yeah.
What will be the right period to dispose?
Okay, okay, because I can see that you are sitting on a loss of almost 1,30,000 there. So, Manish, coming to you, considering he is bought at 450 and currently the stock is trading at 386, but you know, EPACK Durable is also eyeing for a 5,000 crore revenue, you know, in the 3 fiscals and 7.5% margins as well. So do you see, you know, it impacting the company's performance in the coming 1 year, and do you see it correcting further? And at what time, you know, he doesn't want to hold it after December. So what do you have to say?
I think, again, the headway for growth is huge for this company, but I think I'm not pretty sure whether till December how much traction we could see. But if I want to talk about the overall company, I feel it is one of the better placed ODMs in the air conditioning market, especially in the RACs, that is the room air conditioner. I think one of the best in the pack. It has the best clientele, be it Daikin, Voltas, Bluestar. I think everyone is its clientele. The only concern at this point in time for this stock is the kind of valuation it is trading at. I think the earnings are still not reflecting the kind of valuation, but yes, the management looks confident for the next 2 to 3 years. And I also feel that the air conditioner market has a huge potential if someone is willing to play from a longer term perspective. My view again for EPACK Durable would be at least if someone is willing to hold it from a 2-year perspective at these levels, I think it's a good hold for me.
Right, and although he had asked for a long-term view, but Ravi, I'd still want to take your short-term view on this particular company. How is it faring on the charts? Are you positive on EPACK Durable?
After long correction, made a high of 669. Now stock is trading 337. This level is about to 200 DMA. Recently, in 1 week, we have seen 3% upside move. So stock is looking strong at, and you can say that minimum target is 440 rupees. You will see in next 20 or maybe 1 month or 2 months. So still hold with the stop loss of 360 rupees.
Got it. And now we have Anindya. He's calling us from Chennai. Hi, Anindya. Good evening.
Hi, good evening. Good evening to all. The query that I'm having is I'm having a loss of almost 40% of my entire allocation that I'm having for JBM Auto. Okay, I wish to keep the script for next 3 years. Okay, looking at the outlook of the company. Okay, just wanted to have your expert guidance on this.
Got it. Manish, Anindya holds 30 shares of JBM Auto at 1,006 rupees. The stock is currently trading around 607 levels, and Anindya is sitting on a loss of close to 12,000 rupees. Now, JBM Auto did see a lot of investor interest after its mega project win of 5,500 crore for e-buses across 19 cities in Haryana and Gujarat, also Maharashtra. And it also reported a good set of Q3 results. What do you think? Where is the stock going wrong and why is it falling? Is it just because of the effect of the bear market or something else is playing in?
I think, again, this stock is a classic example in the overall bear market we are currently seeing in the last 2-3 months. Every stock which has been trading at a very steep valuation, I think the market is punishing those stocks big time. I think the stock, despite the correction which it has seen, I think it is still trading at a premium valuation. I think for all these stocks across these sectors, the main thing from here on would be the kind of execution these stocks come out with. As you rightly said, JBM Auto has a huge order book with it, with the kind of e-buses contract it has across states. I think for the stock to sustain its positive momentum from here on, or regain the positive momentum from here on, I think execution would be the key thing. And the management in the recent commentary also looked confident that from here on, the overhang of execution in the past are behind them. And from here on, we would see the continuous improvement in the earnings. As far as the ROC and ROE are concerned, I think those are also decent for this stock. So I think from here on, I think we would see an improvement in the earnings, and it's a hold for me.
Okay, and Manish, we will talk about the auto space as well a little more, because our next query written to us from Tamil Selvan, he hails from France, so bonjour to him, and he is interested in buying Eicher Motors, and he wants to know if this is the right time to buy. Now, you have very clearly mentioned that you are not too positive about the auto space at the moment because of a couple of reasons, and just some time back you said that while you're not very favorable towards passenger vehicles, you might see some kind of optimism in two-wheelers. Now, Eicher Motors is one of the leading players of motorcycles in India, but has been trading sidewards for a very long time now. Where does that optimism reflect in the stock price for Eicher Motors at the moment, and should Tamil Selvan invest right now?
I think, yes, I think Eicher Motors is a typical play on the premiumization in the overall two-wheeler space. I think we have seen some slowdown in the urban demand, but I think the kind of volumes, the monthly volumes which Eicher Motors is coming out with, I think that is not reflecting the kind of urban slowdown we all are talking about. I think the brand recall for Royal Enfield is like very high. and I feel this is continuously reflecting in the numbers as well. The quarterly numbers which came out were also pretty decent, and I feel Eicher Motors, yes, from a longer term perspective, it's a right play on the premiumization trend in the overall two-wheeler space. So one can look at investing in this stock from a longer term perspective.
Yes, so that's the view coming in on Eicher Motors by Manish. We have a caller from Bengaluru. Hi, Mallikarjun.
Hi.
Good evening. How can we help you?
Yeah, I just have one query.
Mm-hmm.
Is it a good time to buy consumer stocks like HUL and Dabur?
Okay. And why in particular, like why have you narrowed down only consumer stocks, if I may ask?
In this rate cut and inflation. So thinking of these things, I think about taking the consumer stock.
Absolutely. And are you looking for a longer term perspective?
Yeah, 1 to 2 years.
Okay, 1 to 2 years. All right. So Manish, since yes, Mallikarjun, I'll get you your query answered. Since Nirmala Sitharaman was also very positive on the consumption because the budget was very consumption positive. So considering that in mind, are you positive on Dabur and HUL, and are these the correct levels to enter for the long term?
Yes, if I want to talk about the FMCG space, yes, HUL and Dabur looks a great buy at the current levels. Valuation-wise, still, I think historically FMCG has always traded at a premium valuation only. But I think if you look at the mean averages of the valuation, I think those are trading below those averages. So HUL and Dabur from the FMCG packs looks good to me. As far as the budget is concerned, I think my sense is with the kind of tax cuts, the tax relief which has been given to the middle income group, I feel the first effect we would see mostly on the consumer discretionary kind of stocks rather than FMCG. My sense is that you would see some traction in the hospitality sector, be it airlines, be it hotels. You would see some traction in the jewelry stocks. So I think the consumer discretionary looks a good beneficiary of the kind of tax breaks which have been given rather than FMCG.
Got it.
That's my...
Understood. And now we have Rakesh calling us from Patna. Hi Rakesh, good evening.
Good evening, ma'am. Good evening.
Please ask your question, Rakesh.
Hello?
Hello. Hi Rakesh, please ask your question.
Ma'am, just I want to know about the two shares which can give some hope or fairness to our retail investors. That is, one is S Bank and the another is Landmark Card.
Okay. Rakesh, could you please repeat your question once again?
How is S Bank and Landmark Card?
Got it. Understood. And do you want a long-term view?
No, it is short-term view, ma'am.
Okay, got it. Ravi, what's your outlook on Yes Bank?
See, ma'am, there is a very narrow range between 16 to 22 level. So better you do the trading, but in a long-term prospects, you may avoid this stock. But yeah, you can, if you want to do the trading, buy at 17 or 18 levels for the target of 22. Once it achieves the target of 22, just take exit. So without emotion, if you want to trade or you want to invest, then this stock levels is this.
Got it. And on that note, Ravi and Manish, thank you so much for joining us today and answering all the queries of our viewers. And viewers, thank you so much for sending in your queries, but do continue to call us for all your stock-related queries as we will have our guests to answer them. And stay tuned to NDTV Profit for more news and updates. Profit 360 lined up for you on the other side.
भाषण सुना उसके बाद मेरा पहला एक्रोनिम निकाला मैंने, वो था RRR, रिस्पॉन्सिबल, रिफॉर्मिस्ट, और मैंने कहा रिवॉल्यूशनरी। हाउ डिड यू अराइव एट दिस नंबर ऑफ 12 लाख रुपीस?
हमें लगता है टैक्स पेयर उस लेवल नंबर से टैक्स भर रहा है, क्या उनको हम कुछ कर सकते हैं?
प्राइवेट सेक्टर कैपेक्स अभी तक वो इन्वेस्ट क्यों नहीं कर रहे हैं, जबकि आपका इकोनॉमिक सर्वे ही बताता है कि वो कैश पाइल पे बैठे हुए हैं।
अगर कंजम्पशन बढ़ता है और उसके तहत लगता है कि ग्रेटर इन्वेस्टमेंट का पॉसिबिलिटी है, वो भी अच्छा ट्रिगर हो सकता है।
एआई बहुत तेज़ी से आ रहा है, तो जॉब के चैलेंजेस होंगे, स्किल के चैलेंज पहले से हैं, तो जो ट्रांजिशन पीरियड का स्ट्रगल है, नौकरी मुझे अभी चाहिए।
पूरे साल का एक्सपोजर दिलाने के लिए हम इंटर्नशिप प्रोग्राम ले आए, और इसके साथ साथ इस बजट में ही ट्रेनिंग फॉर एआई, इसके लिए सेंटर्स बनाए हैं।
This entire special package and measures are kind of focused on AI skilling and how to sort of facilitate the AI centers which is existing at this point of time.
Now a center of excellence in artificial intelligence for education will be set up with a total outlay of 500 crores.
Do you really know the company you invest in? What's the picture behind presentations and claims? Is the outlook as rosy as the company claims? Know your company, powered by NDTV Profits Research, shines a light on the biggest stock market movers. Know your company at 11:30 a.m. Monday through Friday, only on NDTV Profit.
Headlines you start your day with. What matters worldwide is now in the palm of your hands. Get ready to seize the day and maximize your financial potential. Stay ahead of the curve with all you need to know on NDTV Profit.
Do you really know the company you invest in? What's the picture behind presentations and claims? Is the outlook as rosy as the company claims? Know your company, powered by NDTV Profits Research, shines a light on the biggest stock market movers. Know your company at 11:30 a.m. Monday through Friday, only on NDTV Profit.
Headlines you start your day with. What matters worldwide is now in the palm of your hands. Get ready to seize the day and maximize your financial potential. Stay ahead of the curve with all you need to know on NDTV Profit.
Sources telling us is that government is expected to provide a roadmap of the next phase of national monetization pipeline, where they are going to set a higher target for the next fiscal onwards.
Building on the success of the first asset monetization plan announced in 2021, the second plan for 2025 to 30 will be launched to plow back capital of 10 lakh crore in new projects.
Do you really know the company you invest in? What's the picture behind presentations and claims? Is the outlook as rosy as the company claims? Know your company, powered by NDTV Profits Research, shines a light on the biggest stock market movers. Know your company at 11:30 a.m. Monday through Friday, only on NDTV Profit.
Headlines you start your day with. What matters worldwide is now in the palm of your hands. Get ready to seize the day and maximize your financial potential. Stay ahead of the curve with all you need to know on NDTV Profit.